Hey, I'm John Martin with TurboTenant, and welcome to Be a Better Landlord. Today we're going to talk about lease agreements. If you're a landlord or thinking about becoming one, a lease agreement is one document you can't get wrong. A bad lease agreement means you could face legal trouble, broken agreements, utility payment misunderstandings, and more. This video will help you avoid all of that. We're going to break down what must be included in your residential lease agreement. Whether you're new to lease agreements or just want to make sure the template you have is up to the stuff, this video is for you. Every lease has to include some basic information that ensures your lease qualifies as the definitive document dictating the agreement between you and your tenants. You need to make sure to include the names of all tenants and occupants living in the rental, the full address of the property, including the unit number. The lease duration could be a fixed term agreement lasting a year or a month-to-month agreement, and the landlord's or authorized manager's contact information. Rent keeps you cash flow positive, and your security deposit protects against damage exceeding normal wear and tear. These must be defined in the document. Include the following: how much rent is and when it's due, accepted payment methods, late fees and grace periods, and make sure they correspond with state-specific landlord-tenant laws, and security deposit information, how much it is, where it's held, if your state requires it to collect interest, how interest is paid or handled, and when and how tenants get it back. Security deposit laws vary on a state-by-state basis, so make sure you follow all relevant local laws. Your lease must clearly state who is responsible for each of the following utilities: electricity, gas, water, trash and recycling, and internet and cable. Regarding maintenance, make sure the agreement clearly outlines lawn maintenance, whether painting is allowed, who fixes leaky faucets, snow shoveling, smoke detector maintenance, and the process a tenant should follow to make a maintenance request. Your rules, policies, and restrictions can become a major source of conflict if you don't include them. Here's some common rules and policies you should consider including. Any parking rules, a pet policy, if allowed, deposits associated, breed restrictions, a smoking policy, inside, outside, not at all, any noise or guest policies, and subletting rules. For instance, can a tenant sublet the property or list it on Airbnb? If you have other restrictions or rules you're considering, make sure you've referenced local laws to ensure that it is a lawful rule. The legal disclosure section may be the most misunderstood part of a lease agreement. If you use a recycled agreement, it may not include any new laws your state recently passed. Remember this: you are legally responsible for providing these disclosures at the time of lease signing. The only federally required disclosure is the lead-based paint disclosure. Every lease in the US must include information about lead-based paint hazards. Then, depending on your state, you may need disclosures on mold, asbestos, radon, flood risks, and local health and safety code compliance. Don't forget to check your local landlord-tenant laws to make sure you include every single one to avoid legal trouble. Finally, your lease should include renewal information, when tenants can leave, and what happens if they break the lease. Include renewal information so you and your tenants are on the same page. If it's a fixed-term agreement, does it turn into a month-to-month contract at the end of the term? Does your state require you to extend a renewal to the tenant? What are the rules in your state about rent increases? And do you need to provide notice before raising rent following a lease expiration? If it's a month-to-month lease, what are your termination requirements? How much notice must you and the tenant give to end it? In some states, it's as little as 15 days. In others, it's 90 days. To avoid misunderstandings, make sure what happens at the end of a lease is clear. Include whether or not the lease terminates at the end of the term. Does it automatically shift to a month-to-month agreement? Will you include an early termination clause? If so, what are the rules surrounding it? Make sure your tenants understand the rules regarding property eviction. What are the grounds for eviction? These vary state by state, so make sure to check your laws. Illegal activities, lease violations, non-payment of rent. Without this information clearly outlined in your lease agreement, the potential for misunderstandings goes way up. We know this is a lot to take in all at once. If you want to make it easier to create legally binding lease agreements, you can shell out for a lawyer, or you can use TurboTenant. We have legally compliant lease agreements for rentals in each of the 50 states. and some for rentals in large cities with unique legal circumstances. Make sure you're covered and create your next lease agreement with TurboTenant today. Plus, as an all-in-one property management software provider, you can also use TurboTenant to market your properties, field applications, collect rent, screen tenants, and just in general, streamline your rental management. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more landlord tips, and drop a comment below with any questions.